What if your dream home in Orlando could actually become your worst nightmare? I want to share those potential nightmares, so watch until the very end so that way you can see the red flags of some of these homes. I am Laura B, your Orlando realtor. I have helped different individuals and families move to the Central Florida area from different cities in Florida, different states in the United States, and also from different countries. I'd love to be a resource for you, so if you are needing any assistance on getting started or need to be connected to a local lender to see how much you can get for your approved tour, again, I'd be happy to be a resource. Feel free to reach out to me via email or by phone. Now, grab your coffee, let's dive in, and let's talk about these red flags of Orlando homes that I personally think you should stay away from. The very first kind of home that I would avoid in the Orlando area are homes in flood zones. Now, we are in the state of Florida, we are in a peninsula, so we're covered by water. However, unlike cities like Miami, Daytona, Fort Myers, Tampa, we're away from the coastlines. We're about 1 hour away from the East Coast. We're about 2 hours away from the West Coast. So a lot of Orlando and Central Florida cities, we're away from the coastlines, and there's so many communities that are not in flood zone areas. I would highly recommend choosing one of those communities because you get to save a ton of money in insurance costs. Flood insurance, which is required if you're getting a loan and you're in a flood zone area, this can cost you from $1,000 to $2,000 additionally each year in your homeowner's insurance. Now, the two most popular flood zones that I come across are Flood Zone X and Flood Zone AE. As soon as I see a home that has flood zone AE, I'm telling my client right away, hey, listen, you are going to pay a little bit extra for this home because it is in a flood zone. In order to ensure that you're not purchasing a home within a flood zone, you can check the FEMA map, or you can simply send that property address to your realtor so that way they can make sure that it's not in one of those critical flooding areas. It's really easy for us on the MLS on our side to see whether that home falls within a flood zone. We'll be able to see it right away. And in all honesty, that's one of the very first things that I check for because it is a huge deal, especially homes that are near lakes, near rivers. More than likely, if your home is a lakefront home, if let's say you're purchasing by a spring, you want to have access to water, rivers, and things like that, then it's normal to pay that extra flood zone insurance, having that extra risk there. But if you don't have to, I would completely stay away from it, especially if you are looking for a more affordable home. You're not looking to incur those extra costs. Now let's move on to the second type of home that I would avoid in the Central Florida, Orlando area. And these are homes with high HOA fees or high CDD fees. An HOA stands for Homeowners Association, and they typically govern the rules and regulations of a community. They also maintain that community, maintain the amenities that they have. A CDD is a Community Development District fee. The biggest difference is that an HOA is paid separately to a third party, is not included within your mortgage payment. A CDD is going to be paid within your taxes. And if you are getting a loan, typically you pay your taxes within your mortgage payment. So your mortgage payment is going to be higher if there's a CDD in place. Now, a CDD will cover things like all of the infrastructure coming to that community or being established in that community. So that way it would allow for the growth of homes to be built there. New roads, new sewer lines, new amenities like community pools and things of that sort. Now, it's extremely beneficial to have all of these things. HOAs might have clubhouses, might have gyms, might have golf courses. So if you're looking for those type of amenities, then you're going to have to incur those additional costs. Typically, when you're purchasing a home, and this is something that your realtor will make sure you get, is an HOA or CDD disclosure. So that way you know what those costs are currently at, and so that way you can see potentially what they are covering. If it doesn't say it there, you can have the contact information of the HOA and be able to double check what it is that HOA brings, what the rules are. Now let's move on to the third type of home that I would avoid. I would definitely watch out for homes with high ticket repair items. We're talking about things like original roofs, old AC systems, plumbing, electrical, unstable foundation. These are all things that can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars to repair if you don't watch out for. One of the first things you want to ask your realtor when you see a home that you like, hey, how old is this roof? how old is this AC system? Because an AC system to replace can cost you at least $5,000. A new roof can cost you at least $10,000. And if you're having an older roof issue, you can come across not being able to get insurance or having to pay extremely high premiums just because there is an older roof in place that we're talking about. So definitely something to look out for. I would ask for a seller's disclosure as soon as you're interested in a property, as well as verifying certain things through county records. The fourth thing on my list of homes to avoid in the Orlando area are properties right under Orlando's flight paths or properties that are hugging the major highways such as Florida's Turnpike, 408, I-4. Now, while it's really convenient to be close to these highways, there's a lot of people that don't like hearing a lot of the noise. So if you're one of those people, then I would try to stay away from homes that are right in those areas. It doesn't bother me entirely. However, if I'm looking to purchase a home and want to, let's say, potentially sell it 5 or 10 years down the line, I want to be thinking about the potential drawbacks to future buyers. So I don't want to purchase a home that, for example, is hearing airplanes constantly every single day, because I know even if it doesn't bother me, it might bother someone in the future. A quick tip is if you are touring a property that you really like, stand inside quietly or outside for a little bit, a couple of minutes, just so that way you can hear the traffic, see if there are any airplanes coming by, see how close it is to your home, right? Because there's some homes that are on flight paths where, okay, you're not going to be hearing, it's not going to be too close to your home. Other times, if you live close to the airport, the plane might be 500 feet from your house. If you've liked this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can see future videos that I'll be posting on this channel. If you found any of these tips useful, make sure to share with friends and family as well. Now let's move on to the very last tip that I have on the kind of properties that I would personally advise to avoid if you're looking to purchase in the Central Florida area. Last but not least, rehab homes. Orlando is a great market for investors to come in, purchase old homes that need work. They put in $40,000, $100,000 to revamp the property, flip the house, and make a profit. And the problem with these homes is that although it might look great on the outside, great pictures, new wall paint, new floors, new kitchen, everything might look great. But if they went in there and rushed the process, rush the rehab, you might find a lot of issues down the line. For these type of properties, you want to make sure that you're negotiating some type of warranty, or you're making sure you're getting a really thorough inspection to make sure that things were done properly. These are the kind of homes that in pictures look like brand new construction, but once you start walking through the property, you might see paint that wasn't done right. You might see floors that are still not straight, a little bit uneven. I would definitely watch out for this because yes, you're purchasing a property that might look nice, but there's a lot of cosmetic issues and repairs that will be up to you to repair down the line. Sometimes it's better to purchase a home that might need a little bit of work so that way you can do it yourself. You can make the home your own and make sure that you're getting these things permitted or getting it done by the right contractors and people that you hire out yourself. This is another one where you're definitely going to want to go to the county records and verify if yes, the roof is new, yes, they got this permitted or not. It will save you tons of headache down in the future. Those are my top 5 red flags of homes here in Orlando. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure to like and subscribe and connect with me on Instagram if you're looking for more videos on things to do in Orlando, more tips, more property tours. I'd love to connect and be a resource if you are looking to potentially move to the Central Florida, Orlando area. I'll see you in the next video.